All right, Confessions from a Realtor, episode 3. We're going to talk about the time I almost lost a deal over something stupid. And I'm going to tell you, when you have something like this happen in your real estate career, it's usually a one time event because trust me, that is a lesson that you are going to learn and you're never going to make the mistake again. So, back several years ago, I had a house listed. Had been on the market for a little bit. This was obviously pre-COVID when houses didn't sell as soon as you put them on the market. And we got an offer in, and it was a tight offer. Like the seller really wasn't wanting to accept it, but I'm pushing him. I'm like, dude, we got to do this. Well, I screwed up writing the counter offer because what he had said was that he would accept the price they were offering, but he would not pay the closing costs they were asking for. And I negated to write that out on our counter offer. So we go under contract. And I realized what I have done. And this wasn't like $2,000 or $3,000. It was like $7,000 in closing cost. So I discussed that with my seller and said, yeah, this is kind of what happened. And he said, yeah, that's not my problem. I told you I was not going to pay it. So you need to do whatever you need to do to either make this contract go away or to satisfy this buyer. So you know what I had to do? I had to eat that out of my commission. I think I might have made $1,000 after I had to pay those closing costs for that buyer. And when you have to pay that kind of money out of a commission check, let me just tell you, you double check everything from that point forward. You're not going to make that same mistake again. Now, I recently have a deal that we got an offer on, and they included an appliance that my seller had specifically said was not going to convey with the house. She was going to move this with her. And at the time that we received this offer, I'm sitting in the hospital with my dad. He's been having a lot of medical conditions lately. And so I've not been in the office as much. So I'm trying to negotiate this deal from a hospital room off my cell phone. And I didn't catch that they included this appliance in the items to remain with the home. So guess what I'm doing? I'm having to buy that appliance to put in the home so that the buyer gets what they think they're getting. And so that my seller can take what they wanted with them. Now, I'm not beating myself up over this one too bad because, again, my dad's in the hospital having medical problems, and my mind wasn't as focused on the deal as it should have been. It probably won't happen again because, again, it makes you a little more vigilant when these things happen. But the point of the matter is, if I screw up as your agent because of my not catching something, I'm not going to put that off on my seller because that wasn't the seller's fault. Did the seller get the contract? Did the seller review the contract and sign off on it? Absolutely. But as her agent, it's my job to verify that the items that she told me would not convey aren't conveying. So I took full responsibility for it. I've got arrangements for the replacement to be delivered tomorrow. And she was like, I don't understand. And I had to explain it to her. And she's like, I can't believe you're doing that. And I'm like, well, you want to sell your house. Like you've got another house you're trying to buy. So this is what we're going to have to do to make it right. And she was like, I don't really know that another agent would do that for us. And I said, well, that's why you picked me to be your agent, because I'm going to do the right thing by my clients every single time.